Hello everyone and welcome to my vlog. At sa mga nag-request dito, okay, we have no less than, syempre, hindi na kailangan ipakilala, DAYSWITHKATH,
Hello.
Katherine Alano, Sicat. Sorry, dapat birthday vlog ko to. But, belated happy birthday na lang sa akin.
Sorry.
Okay lang. Kasi, yun, ano man yung schedule ng crew, it's really erratic. Kaya, you know, and I'm just so lucky to have Kath to be my guest here sa vlog natin today. So, kumusta naman, Kath? And what's your next masterclass?
Okay naman po. First of all, hello everyone. Excited to be here also. Finally, I was able to meet you in person. The next masterclass, ayun, I'll take this opportunity.
Yeah, go!
I'll be having my next cabin crew masterclass, the Days with Kath cabin crew masterclass on November 25. It's gonna be the soft skills development, how to ace your cabin crew interview. So in that class, I'll be teaching you what happens in a flight attendant interview, what are the common questions, and I'll be sharing with you my personally tried and tested techniques on how I aced my own cabin crew interviews. Yeah. So I hope to see you there. If you have any inquiries, send me an email at dayswithkath@gmail.com.
Alright, so November 25, Days with Kath Masterclass,
Yes.
Soft Skills. Pero today, we're gonna talk about preparing to become a cabin crew. Kasi alam natin that it's not only about preparing for the application process It's parang it's the whole lifestyle, it's the whole, getting prepared for the life of a cabin crew. Especially carrying out the duties and all. So, yun nga, I'm so happy that you're here. So, Kat, first of all, how long have you been flying already?
I started flying in 2011. So I started my flying career with Cebu Pacific with 5J. And then after a year and a half, I moved to Qatar Airways. So I flew until 2020, so that's like 9 years, so almost 10 years. And then I just picked up again where I left. So after 2 years of the pandemic, now I resumed my flying duties with Cebu Pacific again. So welcome back. Like what I said in my video, it's like a homecoming.
Yes.
Homecoming kasi parang when they welcomed me again, I felt so much at home, starting from the interview during my graduation. So every time I bump into anybody, I feel like, you know the feeling na you meet your old friends, tapos tagal kayo hindi nagkita, pero ganun pa din. That's how it feels.
There's no place like home talaga, no?
True. And so far, I'm really enjoying.
Of course, lalo na you were with Cebu Pacific before. But before you became a Cebu Pacific cabin crew, was this really your dream or you just stumbled upon it?
It wasn't really my dream to be a flight attendant. It wasn't something that I entertained. Alam ni Paolo yan.
Yeah.
I really wanted to be a doctor. That's why I was in the medical field. I was a nurse. I graduated Bachelor of Science in Nursing sa PLM. And then after that, I took the board exam. And then, I was so busy for like the gap between my graduation and until board exam, self-study, ganyan. Until after I took the exam, wala na akong ginagawa. So, bored na ako. So,
board exam, bored ka.
Tapos parang wala na akong ginagawa. Teka lang, empty na yung days ko. So, nakita ko, I stumbled upon it sa Facebook. Hiring yung Cebu Pacific. So, I said, okay, let me try. Pinuntahan ko siya. It was a one-day process. Actually, trivia lang for everybody. During that day, I had 2 sets of CVs. I had one for Cebu Pacific and one for Philippine Airlines.
Okay.
So I went straight to Cebu Pacific, and then when I did the entire application, sabi nila by the end of the day, okay, you pass, you have a job na. So tago na yung isang CV. So hindi na, never na na-try magpal. It's as if it was meant to happen.
Yes.
Na dito ako mag-end up sa Cebu Pacific. So yeah, it wasn't really a dream. Parang dun lang talaga dinala.
Yes.
So, yun yung naging path. And then, I said 2 years lang sa flying, and then I'll pursue yung medicine, pero hindi. Parang I completely fell in love.
You loved it.
Yes. I love the lifestyle.
Yes.
I loved meeting new people. As cliche as it may sound, fun talaga siya for me.
When Cebu Pacific said, okay, Kat, you're accepted, did you ever prepare for like the training, for the training, for the life as a cabin crew?
To be honest, during that time in 2011, parang limited yung resources mo. It's
Yes.
not like now that you have bloggers,
Yeah.
you have groups on Facebook, you have Mond, Ortiz, to update you ano bang meron before you even start flying. That time limited lang, parang Pinoy exchange lang yata yung meron nun. And since yun nga sabi ko, I really had no idea about flying. So hindi ko rin alam how to really prepare myself. So I came in blind. To be honest, ang akala ko talaga once you get hired as a flight attendant, gusto ka kanila, start ka na lumipad. Tapos on the job training, akala ko ganon, hindi ko alam na yun palang 2 months na training, ganyan. So I was a little bit shocked.
Okay.
So for aspirants, yun, that's something that you can prepare on also. Ready nyo yourself nyo to study really hard. Kasi if you think na ganun lang siya, pupunta lang ako doon, pasok ako, tuturuan nila ako, hindi siya ganun eh. You really have to try your best to ace your exams and your trainings. Yun. So yun yung kulang sa akin nung time na yun. Wala akong alam. Hindi ko talaga alam.
But you're able to adapt to it, right? I mean, right away.
Of course, I had to. Kasi parang wala naman na talagang choice, di ba? I had to adapt. Kasi nandun ka na eh. I chose this profession. It's not like I'm just wasting my time, di ba? So, I really had to put the full effort. I really wanted to pass my training. Kasi I think I'm that kind of person. So, parang I don't like failing. So, nung nandun na ako, I was immersed dun sa situation. Sabi ko, sige, I'll really give it my all. I'll do my best. Shocking as it may na ang hirap ng mga exams. Coming from medical field, biglang iba na naman yung mga terminologies, gano'n. Pero pinush ko yung self ko.
Let's start first with the recruitment process. With what you went through, anong masasabi mo for aspirants, how they can best prepare for, let's start first in the recruitment. How can they prepare for it?
Okay. This is something that I always say, I always mention in my classes also. You cannot go to your interview thinking that, it's just like any other interview, okay lang yan, madali lang yan. Because that's one mistake also that I did on my first interview with Cebu Pacific. I never even researched about the airline. So when they asked me, what do you know about Cebu Pacific? Of course, I had to be completely honest to them. I told them upfront that my knowledge about the airline industry is limited. So I just really had to play with my answer that time. So just so I can win them over. So if you're gonna go for the recruitment process, you really have to prepare. You have to research. You need to. Okay, one thing I mentioned also during my trainings, and I'm gonna teach you this when you join my master class.
November 25.
November 25. You need to know yourself before you go for the interview because they're not gonna ask you about anything else but your personal experiences. Like when was the last time you did something nice for somebody else? It's so vague. Like everybody could be nice, but it's a question that's very difficult to answer if it's spot on. So you really need to research what questions they're gonna ask you before you even go for the interview.
So next, let's go to training. Nakapasa ng interview. Yes, I did it.
Yes, finally.
Maging cabin crew na ako. But you know what? I noticed many of the trainees, many of the cabin crew now, when I talk to them, they all tell me na nabubulat sila sa training. And now, it's nice to inform people how they can prepare for the training. Kasi, yan nga, as I've been saying in my past post, sobrang hirap ng training.
Yes, mahirap siya talaga.
Sobrang hirap. So how can they prepare and what can they expect sa training?
Okay, first, what to prepare during your training, try to get as much sleep as you can even before the training starts. Kasi if you're somebody who's not from the aviation industry or not even in the tourism industry, mahirap siya kasi you're gonna encounter a lot of new words. It's like you're learning a new language once you start your training. What else can you prepare? Watch videos online. Try to acquaint yourself to aviation terminologies. There's a lot of videos on YouTube talking about that. Or at least, once you start your training, if your instructor mentions a certain word, let's say they say aileron, mga ganyan, you're not gonna be like, what word is this? Medyo familiar ka na, diba? So it's easy for you kasi hindi na siya jargon lang. Parang, if they mention a certain word, meron ka ng picture in your head. Ganon. Tapos, You can also watch yung mga air crash investigations,
Yes.
ganyan. Kasi they teach you a lot. Dun sa mga documentaries na ganyan, they mention a lot of mga standard operating procedures na rin in the aviation industry. What else can you prepare during the interview? During the training, you really need to study hard. So, you need to memorize a lot of things. Try to load up on vitamins. Kung meron kayong mga memory-enhancing vitamins yan, kunin nyo na yan, inumin nyo na siya. Kasi kailangan talaga. And, when you go for the training, don't think of it as a competition that you have to be the best.
Yes.
Try to make it as fun as possible. Be friends with your batchmates kasi sila talaga yung tutulong sa inyo. Form a group within your batchmates na mag-study kayo together. Mas madali siyang aralin kapag meron kang mga kasama mo yung magtatanungan kayo. Kasi like when I joined Cebu Pacific way back in 2011, like what I said, wala ko talagang alam about the aviation industry. So, kung ano lang yung knowledge na binabato nila sa amin, yun lang din yung kinukuha ko. So, be a sponge. Try to absorb as much as you can.
At saka kasi yung training, it's not only memorization, yung drills. And one of their questions also, mga aspirants, is, kailangan ba marunong ka lumangoy?
Okay. It depends kasi with the airline.
Yeah.
For some airlines, they're not as strict when it comes to the swimming training. But here in the Philippines, sa local airlines, kahit floating lang sana, yun lang. You don't really need to know how to do laps as long as you can tread. Kahit mga 30 seconds lang na treading and you can show them that you are not afraid of the water. Good enough na yun.
Yeah.
Kasi you're gonna jump into the water naman wearing the life vest. Pero hindi pa siya inflated.
Yeah.
So, kailangan mo munang mag-tread before you inflate the life vest. Yun, ganun siya. Well, for international airlines naman, it's much easier kasi inflated na siya. You jump into the water, no need to swim or anything. Magpapakita niyo lang that you know how to board the raft.
Alright.
Yun lang. Ganun lang siya ka-simple yung swimming.
Sa training nyo, anong based on your experience, ano yung pinakamahirap na part? Was it like ditching or EP drills? Ano yung pinakamahirap na part for you?
Hindi naman siya mahirap, pero it's something na hindi ko talaga love. Sa training yung conditions of carriage.
Okay.
Parang,
COC.
Oo, COC. It's not really a difficult subject. Parang hindi ko lang siya talaga love. How do I explain? Ang hirap kasi, wait, yung COC kasi, they're gonna talk about what's allowed and not allowed on board the aircraft, diba? Ilan yung allowed na infant. Parang feeling ko, masyadong, mundane yung knowledge niya, pero kasi kailangan mo talaga siyang aralin. The only reason that I don't love it as much as the other subjects, kasi parang walang masyadong, hindi masyadong susulak yung dugo mo sa kanya. Yung wala siyang ano ba yun? Hindi siya nakaka-excite masyado.
Yeah.
Ganun lang. The rest of the subject, I like it, as challenging as it may. Na-enjoy ko kasi yung drills eh. Masaya siya, di ba? Parang sisigaw-sigaw ka, gano'n. Yung swimming, mag-swimming kayo, masaya din siya. Aero nomenclature, may mga new words ka matututunan. So, fun siya for me. So, yun lang. COC. Hindi mo siya
COC. Alright. So, prepare nyo. Basta just always prepare sa training. So, okay, graduation na. Tapos na sa training, graduate na. Yay! Flying! First flight. Ngayon, once they start flying, alam ko it's gonna be also a different experience eh. Parang I've heard from other cabin crew members. But based on what you went, on your experience, how can our aspirants now prepare for the duty mismo, yung tipong on the line na sila?
Okay, on the line. For me talaga one word talaga, yung one quality that will make you a very good cabin crew, yung initiative talaga.
Yeah.
Kasi you cannot teach that, even during the training. If you don't have initiative, you don't have it.
Yeah.
Okay, kasi when you start working as a flight attendant, you'll be working with a team. So, syempre, you need to pull your own weight, diba?
Yeah.
It's like a well-oiled machine. Kapag isa dun sa part ng machine hindi siya nag-work, fall apart na yung team. So, kung wala kang initiative or yung hindi ka willing to extend help para sa colleagues mo, wala na yun. Nakakainis ka ng kalipad. Pag ganon. So yun, sa ano lang, even before you start flying, yung mindset lang talaga, you have to prepare yourself. Mahirap kapag nag-start ka ng lumipad. Baka kasi yung expectation nyo, tatayo lang kayo doon, you're gonna smile, welcome the guests. No. Well, that's part of it, to be pretty and, you know, be presentable to the passengers. But the thing is, you also have to do the dirty job. Like, you know, cleaning the lavatory. If there's any, if a passenger vomits in the cabin in flight, who do you think is gonna clean that up, diba? So, tayo din yun. So, prepare yourself to do everything. You take the good with the bad.
But in terms of being a flight attendant, what do you think are the most important skills needed?
Okay. Of course, communication skills.
Yes.
That's why the interviews are designed like that. They really want to see how you communicate, because the profession, once you start flying, it's like 80% talking.
Okay.
You know, if you're not talking to your colleagues, you're talking to the passenger. So, ganun siya. Puro constant communication siya. So, that's one skill that you need to hone. You need to know how to communicate, not only yung verbal communication, but also your non-verbal. Kasi, like ako, meron akong habit of rolling my eyes. Siya nagsabi sa akin doon, yung husband ko. Sabi niya, yung mata mo umiikot na naman, be conscious of your facial expressions. Kasi, once you're standing in the aisle of the aircraft, whatever you do with your face, whatever you do with your body language, sobrang kitang-kita ng pasahero yan. 10 rows, 15 rows away, kitang-kita ka nila. Kasi, ikaw lang yung naiiba, ikaw lang yung naka-uniform in the middle of the cabin. So, if you're, let's say, Mond is sitting at row 1 and I'm talking to him and then I'm doing this rolling my eyes, how many people are looking at me and seeing that, diba? So, hindi naman nila alam ano talagang pinag-uusapan natin. Or baka naman masaya yung conversation natin, pero I'm just that kind of person na nagro-roll pala talaga yung eyes ko, diba? So, ano yung impression niya sa ibang tao? So, communication skills, you should be able to anticipate the needs of your passengers also. Hindi pwedeng tatayo ka lang doon, mag-aantay ka lang kung may hihingin sila. Dapat ikaw na mismo yung mauuna. Again, andun ulit yung part ng showing initiative. Yun. Kaya, yun talaga, favorite ko talaga yung initiative.
Now, in terms of Cebu Pacific, how have they helped you grow from when you started way back, how many years ago? And then now that you're back, also?
In 2011, when I started my journey with Cebu Pacific, my transition was so easy.
Yes.
Never ako nahirapan na, overwhelming yung flying. Mainly because ang babait ng mga people in the office to me. I was very lucky, you know, to meet these people sa inside ng office of Cebu Pacific. Even Miss Tito, it was super nice to me. Parang yung naging transition talaga very easy. They were so accommodating. Yun lang talaga, we have reasons why we leave, diba? So, yun. So, after a year and a half, I left. Now, coming back, ang saya lang ng feeling kasi parang nobody took it against me that I left. When I came back, I was welcomed with open arms, diba? By Miss Tony did my interview and I felt so much at home. It's like it's like talking to an old friend. Pero ayun, masaya yung pagbalik ko and I'm just looking forward. I am so excited to see what else is in store dito sa new journey ko with Cebu Pacific.
And I remember way back, kausap ko nga si Miss Tete, she would tell me that Sicat, she would fly some inaugural flights.
I did also, yes.
And I saw that picture with sina Mamu. Guys, these people are mentioning are people from Cebu Pacific. Hello, Mamu.
Hello.
Hi, Tony. Hi, everyone. Pao. Enjoy your stay in Boracay right now.
It was fun kasi during that time I would be invited to do special assignments for the airline. We did shoots also with the uniform for the ads, mga recruitment ads of Cebu Pacific. It was very fun. Yun. I did an inaugural flight. We did a birthday party. We had so much special assignments during those days. So kung meron ulit this time, why not? Masaya. I just got an email the other day. So, Huwag mo na lang to share. No, I'll be hosting the year-end party.
Wow!
So, okay lang ba yun? I-share. So, yun. I'm very excited kasi that's gonna be my first special assignment with them. I'm gonna be hosting the year-end party of the airline.
Galing!
So, I'll try to share that on my channel if I get the chance yun.
Yun. So, also please, sa mga hindi pa na-subscribe sa Days with Kath, please do subscribe. Guys, mas marami siyang follower kasi sa akin.
Pero yung Facebook ni Sir, di ba? Talagang blow up na.
Yes. Finally, at least. Somehow. So, Kat, what are your tips and advice for cabin crew aspirants to prepare for the life of a flight attendant?
Okay. Before you even go for your interview, again, talagang favorite word ko yung research.
Yes.
Research about the profession. You research ano ba yung lifestyle, ano ba yung ginagawa nila. Kasi for some airlines, there's no layovers, diba? So, baka mamaya yung expectation you're gonna be traveling to a lot of destinations, pero hindi naman. Basically, you know the pros and cons of the job. Kasi kapag alam mo na yung pros and cons, at least ma-figure out mo, is this job really for me? Do I really want to be in this profession? Kasi remember, there's no holidays for us. So, there's no birthdays. So, kahit na may mga special occasion, you have to fly if you have duty. Diba? So, prepare yourself being away from your family. Pero at the end of the day naman, you get to go home to your family if you're working in a local airline. International, ibang story na naman yun. The point is, before you apply for a certain airline, meron kasi alam ko maraming aspirants dyan, apply lang ng apply kung saan open, di ba? Kung sinong tatanggap. Pero hindi just the same way that you are going for an interview kasi chine-check ka nila kung fit ka sa kanila, ikaw din, you evaluate, is this airline a fit for me? Baka naman hindi kami same ng values nitong airline na applyan ko. Kasi kung hindi pala kayong match ng airline na pupuntahan mo, tas matanggap ka, nag-start ka mag-fly, ma-realize mo, ay, hindi ko pala gusto dito kasi iba yung culture nila, diba? So, kailangan mo mahanap yung ka-match mo and hopefully matanggap ka ng airline na yun na gusto mo.
So, thank you so much, Kath, for being here on this vlog. Alam mo, sobrang swerte ko talaga sa Days with Kath dito mismo sa vlog ko, Mond Ortiz. Guys, we just had a more Maximo the other week. Now it's you, And next week, we're gonna have more and more guest cabin crew here because I always want to give you the best information that will help you grow your career. So, Kat, if you have your social media and anything you need to promote, you have the floor.
For those who haven't subscribed to Days with Kath, please do so. It's Days with Kath on YouTube, on my Instagram, Days with Kath Official. My TikTok is Days with Kath. And I started my page also on Facebook, Days with Kath. Everything is Days with Kath, easy for you to remember. And again, don't forget the Days with Kath Cabin Crew Masterclass. For those of you who are interested to train or go for this class, just send me an email. Sobrang happy ako, sir, kasi itong masterclass, I feel like I'm really able to help aspirants kasi whenever they send me a message that they started flying, parang it's also part of my achievement, diba? So yun, madami na rin naman na students of the masterclass who's now working in their respective airlines. So yun lang, and I hope to see you on my comments. Try to interact, yun lang.
Of course. Pero Kat, may nakalipad ka ng student mo from Cebu Pacific. Who was your student?
Not really a student. I have one student who passed here sa Cebu Pacific, but more of my subscribers.
Oh, okay.
So like the other day, parang 3 flights, consecutive flights, yung L1 ko would tell me, Miss Kat, I was just watching you before I even started flying. Tapos ako yung R1 list. So parang now the tables have turned. Kasi bago ako sa airline, so now they're the ones who has to teach me. Diba? So very humbling lang siya na ganun. That you bump into the people na who were once inspired by the contents that I make.
So again, thank you so much, Kath, for being here.
My
and
pleasure.
For really taking time out. And guys, to all those watching this, please always watch our videos kasi ang dami yung makuha ng tips dito that will really go a long way throughout your career. Especially this topic kasi it prepares you for the whole life of a cabin crew. Alright? Thank you for watching, everyone, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel to be informed when I post new videos all about flight attendants and the whole aviation industry, including my flight experiences in different airlines. Alright? Thank you very much, everyone. See you in the next video. Bye, everyone.